Welcome back. Manatee County is the epicenter of the opioid epidemic in Florida, but the county may soon get money from the state to fight the problem.
The Florida House and Senate have agreed on the county's full request for the opioid peer pilot project. So if the governor signs off on it, Manatee County would receive $500,000 from the state to help addicts recover. The money would be used for this pilot outreach program that includes intervention, education, peer recovery coaching, and targeting neighborhoods most affected. Tonight in our Behind the Badge series, we're going inside an agency that has handled 324 drug overdose calls just this year alone.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Strategic Investigations Unit deals with everything from organized crime to human trafficking. But for the last 2 years, drugs have been priority number one. ABC 7's Adam Cellini shows us how undercover detectives are targeting these drug dealers.
Take a pass by the house.
It's April 28th, 2017.
We're coming in.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office is executing a search warrant on a suspected drug dealer. By now, drugs have already killed 43 people in Manatee County, and they're desperate to keep finding those responsible.
It's nonstop. Every day I come in the office and there's an operation going on.
Captain Todd Shear says some of the most successful seizures begin with an anonymous tip through Crime Stoppers. But he also has his own eyes and ears out on the streets, the undercover detectives.
They're invaluable, I guess, if I can use that. They work hard. We ask them to do some things that not your average cop can do.
Whether it's leaving family on short notice or being robbed at gunpoint by dealers, 4 years undercover means this detective has seen it all. Even to us, his name and face must remain a secret.
There are people that we've done drug deals with that will never forget us and what we look like, and we try and conceal our identities as best we can.
His view of the county is different than most. He's learned any store can be a front for dealing drugs.
This is one of the shops that we hit 2 years ago.
And any person can be a dealer.
All shapes and sizes, my friend. They male, female, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fit a specific mold.
Addiction has always been a problem here, but heroin, fentanyl, and now carfentanil helped fatalities spike to 75 in 2016. In response, the sheriff's office made 1,017 drug-related arrests last year, confiscating nearly $2 million in narcotics.
No case is too small. I mean, we need to put the dealers in jail, and I don't care if they have 1 gram of heroin or if we have a kilo coming in. They all need to be held accountable because they're killing people. They know they're killing people, and they need to be put in jail for it.
It wasn't long ago, detectives say, most drug deals were happening in the same areas, like this street corner in Oneko. Dealers could be found and followed relatively easily. But now cell phones have widened that area so that any spot in the county, especially parking lots, can become the site of multiple drug deals. And the window to catch those dealers has shrunk to a matter of seconds.
Think of it like UPS or FedEx. They know what their time schedules are. They'll have calls coming in and they're setting up, all right, I'll be there in 30 minutes, make sure you're there. And they'll have all these people lined up. They'll pull in and everybody flocks to their car. And in 2 minutes or so, he's gone.
And that paranoia can pay off. As Lieutenant Louis Licata explains during the warrant, law enforcement is often under just as much surveillance as their targets.
All it takes is one phone call that SWAT's on the move, and they clear it out of here.
Eventually, one suspect is captured.
He was in possession of drugs, and he also had a large amount of money.
And more bags full of various drugs and money are located nearby.
So he's going to go to jail.
One substance appears to be fentanyl, which lawmakers are working to put in the same Schedule I narcotic category as heroin so it can carry a longer sentence. But until then, it's the detectives who remain one of the best chances at delivering the harshest punishments.
The strongest case we can make against an actual dealer is getting them to sell the drugs to an undercover detective.
In Manatee County, Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Adam, thank you. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office has been assigning homicide detectives to overdose death investigations to help find probable cause to charge some of these dealers with murder. If you'd like to see all of our reports on law enforcement agencies across the Suncoast that have aired this week, just visit our website, mysuncoast.com.
A Sarasota man will spend the rest of his life in prison for shooting and killing another man last year. Rufus Adams was sentenced to life yesterday for the death of William Shipp. Last month, he was found guilty of second-degree murder. Sarasota police say in January of 2016, Shipp and Adams were arguing at a home on 25th Street. Adams told Shipp to leave, and when he refused, Adams shot him multiple times. Shipp was taken to Sarasota Memorial Hospital, where he later died.
A Northport High School student is under arrest for more than 50 counts of sexual battery on a victim under the age of 12. 18-year-old Chance Archer was taken into custody after the victim reported the abuse to police. Archer is accused of touching the girl without consent dozens of times over the past 2 years. According to police, the victim wrote a letter with details about the abuse to someone she knew. However, the person allegedly did not want authorities getting involved and did not take any action.
Manatee County is ready to share how it plans to spend millions of dollars in BP oil spill funds, a total of $6.3 million coming to Manatee County over the next 15 years. On Monday, Manatee County leaders will announce a spending plan that will improve local waterways, create environmental learning opportunities, and help working waterfronts in the village of Cortez. Manatee County Parks and Natural Resources will announce the details on Monday.
Well, this is a weekend you want to get outside and enjoy some great weather while you can.
Feels really nice out there. Let's head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast.
Yeah, just go back 7 days when temperatures were 96 degrees on Sunday, 95 on Saturday last week, but different story this weekend. This is a little unusual, a little bonus for us. This cold front now well down to our south. Showers still occurring with it, but the weather that moved through this morning was not all that rough. We had 1 or 2 thunderstorms that didn't cause much problem. We still have some light rain, though, to the northwest of us, which will push through occasionally. You'll get a sprinkle maybe on your windshield. That would be about it. There are advisories still in effect, which is fairly typical with these strong fronts. We have a high surf advisory, which always means rip current is a problem. Rip current's obviously fast stream of water moving away from the area beaches, and very difficult to swim with these rip currents and against them. You can tire even the most experienced swimmer out. So if you ever get caught in a rip current, make sure that you swim parallel to the beach and then back to the coast and yell so you can get some help too. And always remember to swim near lifeguards. As far as those advisories go, they're in effect until midday tomorrow and maybe even beyond. We'll have more on that coming up a little bit later. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Some rivers and streams are finally receding after extensive rainfall caused severe flooding in the St. Louis area this week. The area is not in the clear just yet. Large rivers in Missouri and Mississippi are expected to crest tomorrow and cause even more flooding. Several states have already seen devastating impacts from the weather. At least 13 people were killed when storms tore through Arkansas, Missouri, and Texas. Well, we're just a few weeks away now from the start of hurricane season, and Manatee County public safety officials want to make sure everyone is prepared.
The county now has new storm surge evacuation level interactive maps that let you know your risk level before the storms. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us live from one of those high-risk areas. Erica.
Good evening, Scott and Haley. I'm at Tom Bennett Park off State Road 64 in Manatee County, and this is one of those high-risk areas I was able to find on that interactive map created by Manatee County. And now this area is considered a Zone A as one of the hurricane evacuation levels. But one business we spoke to today tells us no matter where your home or your business falls on that map, it's always important to be prepared.
We start preparing during hurricane season.
Dr. Terry Kleekus of Braden River Animal Hospital knows how to keep animals safe during major storms.
I lived in Charleston during Hurricane Hugo. Our power was out for 2 weeks. I did surgery repairs using a Coleman lantern.
Storms like Hurricane Hugo and most recently Hurricanes Hermine and Matthew in Florida produce strong winds that push seawater ashore and create deadly storm surge. High levels of water can affect areas differently. That risk is measured using hurricane evacuation levels. Dr. Kleekus says his business near Braden and Manatee Rivers is in a high-risk zone during hurricane season.
And I know I'm kind of in a flood zone. The river is not that far away.
Some of the hurricane levels and evacuation levels in the county have changed due to the geography and building development.
The new map uses technology and runs hypothetical storm scenarios and factors in nearby rivers, bridges, beaches and other coastline features. Evacuation levels can be found by searching an address and vary from Zone A, closest to ground level, to Zone E, which can be up to 33 feet above ground level. Braden River Animal Hospital is Zone B, which keeps Dr. Klekus on his toes.
We try to increase our inventory of the medications that would be important in case we did have a disaster, and we keep them in waterproof containers in the back as well.
And while it's important for businesses to stay prepared, Dr. Klekus says it's also the responsibility of families to stay stocked up on water, food, and medication for all members of the family.
Make sure you have an ample supply to get you through the storm. But people don't anticipate the needs of their pets before everybody's worried about themselves.
And Manatee County's emergency management chief says no matter where it falls on those interactive maps, mobile homes and recreational vehicles are not safe places to stay during high wind storms like hurricanes. And you can find the link to those interactive maps through our website, mysuncoast.com. Reporting live from Manatee County, I'm Erica Jackson. Scott and Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Erica. And a quick reminder, tomorrow, Saturday, is the last day to take part in early voting for the upcoming municipal elections on the Suncoast. Northport's special election and the city of Sarasota's second election will take place this Tuesday, May 9th. If you would like to participate in early voting, you can cast your ballot at the Northport and Sarasota elections offices from 8:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. On Election Day, the polls will be open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, the new study that shows saving someone's life may be more rewarding than originally believed.
How CPR can have long-term benefits for the person receiving help. That's next.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
There's a whole new way to bank at Achieva Credit Union with Achieva Checking Plus. Get new unique features like full ID theft protection and online shopping rewards. Plus, it's an interest-bearing account, so you have a little extra for what really matters. Achieva Checking Plus isn't just an account for your money, it's for your life, including cell phone insurance. And that's good to know. Discover the plus at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
Florida Studio Theater presents Older Than Dirt, now playing in the Court Cabaret. Come celebrate the ups and downs of getting older. From joints popping to mirrors mocking, this show combines some of the funniest songs ever written for a witty and heartfelt 360-degree view of aging. Don't miss what critics are calling hilarious, incredibly creative, that has many laugh-out-loud moments. Older Than Dirt is now playing. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
A bystander stepping in to do CPR or use a defibrillator can have long-term benefits for the person in cardiac arrest. In a study of those who received bystander CPR and survived, they had a 30% lower risk of subsequent death from any cause a year later. They also had a 38% lower risk of brain damage and nursing home admission. And those who had bystander defibrillation had a 78% lower risk of death. The study was published in the New England Journal of Medicine. So get certified and at least learn how to do it and help someone if they are in need. It makes a difference. Now let's look at Suncoast Traffic Watch. Traffic is backed up on I-75 in the northbound lanes, but only from Bee Ridge Road north to Fruitville. It's moving smoothly elsewhere. Now let's head over to Bob.
Thanks, Haley. Weather's smoothing out a bit now, although the winds and waves are still very strong out there in the Gulf of Mexico. Not as strong as they were earlier today. A high surf advisory, though, remains in effect. Rip currents as well, always a concern. On top of that, a small craft advisory. So boating not advised throughout the day on Saturday. Those advisories will be lifted on Sunday. So Sunday will be the better of the days, as we said earlier in the week. Sunday, look for sunny weather as well as cooler weekend. We're looking for temperatures into the upper 50s on Sunday morning. We'll see those even closer to the coast, and so it'll be quite a shock considering what we had last weekend, but warming up quickly by early Monday, back into the upper 80s in the inland areas, mid 80s near the coast. There's another little bit of a rain shower activity out there. You can see that these little frontal boundaries, if you will, or convergence bands pinwheeling around this area of low pressure, continue to move in our direction. Every once in a while picking up a little bit of moisture, a sprinkle here or there. Not out of the question this evening, but no substantial rain anticipated. Right now 74. The dew point's really low, 51 degrees right now. Winds are out of the west at 15 and the pressure 29.82 inches. We expect that pressure to continue to rise throughout the weekend. The high today was 79 and then it cooled down once the front moved through. 84 is our normal high, 92 the record set back in 2002. And 49, the record low set down in 1971. I don't think we'll see any record low temperatures over the weekend, but it will be noticeably cooler, and we really didn't get much rain at all at the airport. And the extreme drought conditions continue here across west central Florida. High fire danger. The burn ban is still in effect, despite the fact we may have gotten a little bit of rainfall. Saturday's forecast looks to be nice, mid 70s near the coast, upper 70s inland. Still a little bit breezy tomorrow. We'll have winds out of the northwest, 10 to 15 will make it feel a little bit cooler. Every once in a while you see these little bands come on through with some showers, a little brief sprinkle here and there. We can expect that overnight, and then Saturday looks good, Sunday looks good. There's even another weak one that will reinforce the cooler air. On Sunday it comes down with just some clouds, hardly noticeable by Sunday afternoon. So as far as the forecast goes, it shapes up to be pretty nice for us as far as the weather goes on land. But for water is a different story. We have a small craft advisory which will be in effect, and it will stay with us throughout the, again, weekend. As far as that cold air is concerned, look at it, it kind of drops down here in the eastern third of the nation. But for the western United States, it's staying fairly warm. Into the southern plains states, it shoots all the way up into the northern plains. They'll be into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees in North Dakota, warmer than it will be here along the sun coast in Florida. And we are anticipating, it looks like, a pretty nice weather as far as that goes across most of the southeast as a result of a large area of high pressure. Temperatures currently, it's chilly in Detroit, 45, 48 in Toronto now, Cleveland at 48 degrees, 52 in Atlanta, and temperatures heating up over the desert southwest in the 100-degree range already into Phoenix. Well, here's the boating forecast real quick. As I said earlier, seas 5 to 7 feet. They'll subside to 3 to 4 on Sunday. Still not the best, but not too bad. And temperatures will be into the low to mid 70s near the beaches. The extended forecast is calling for temperatures to be into the upper 70s to low 80s both Saturday and Sunday. Then here we go again into the upper 80s Monday through Friday of next week. Lots of good fishing still going on across the Sun Coast. Snook season is over, but there's still a lot out there. Here's more. The top draft pick, not for the NFL, but for the Suncoast, is this rookie captain, Trey Walker Dietz. Scouts are already saying he has the potential of challenging his grandpa, Captain Johnny Walker. I can tell you this, he's got a long road to hoe. Today's customers, Sarah and John Albritton, who know a thing or two about fruit and fishing. Freelining some big greenbacks near some mangroves, it's first fish on for Sarah. Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
I saw him slapping it, man.
We got dubskis.
Look at that, little
Double
snooky, sir. Here's another little double. Oh, you got it in first. That's right, 2 on right off the bat.
It'll do it. If you bring your wife on the boat, you get the bigger one, right?
You got it. It stayed that way for a while, too, as Sarah kept reeling them in.
Yes, sir. They are out of season. They closed, what was it, 2 days ago? Yeah, or 2 days ago, something like that. So this is all catch and release.
But it wasn't just snook we were catching.
Snook, and then all of a sudden, bada bing, bada boom.
He pulls up his first red ever. He's never caught a redfish.
Oh, I've caught red. But
I'm kidding.
It was a keeper, which have to be 18 to 27 inches, but it's a catch and release kind of day today. And while Trey was spotting for John, it was Sarah getting the job done.
Now watch, sometimes they'll come up and hit that bait that's on the line. I think she just got the bait. Oh!
I think she did.
While John was holding his own, bringing in the snook, it was Sarah who caught the one to complete the bay slam, which is a snook, redfish, and now finally a trout.
Well, Bob, my glasses are fogging up because the fish is so hot. Or maybe it's the weather, I don't know. But I got Sarah and John out here, and we caught plenty of snook today. Oh, if I can get this thing off the hook, we'll just hold it like that. Remember, take a kid fishing because someday it may take you.
Pretty good. Yeah, he's doing really well out there already. Captain Scott Moore has been doing it for 40 years along the Sun Coast, and this is one of his clients right there, Jack, catching a big redfish, a little bit bigger than one I caught. And bull snook, look at this, 41 inch. Even if it was in season, you couldn't keep it. It's too big. And Cat was on Captain Justin Moore's boat, and that's Captain Scott Moore's son. And then here we have Coach Steve Herrick, who also is catching some snook on the beaches recently, and also big drum too, right there in the Longboat Key. So that's a big drumfish right there. Yeah, things still happening, and the water temperature not too terribly warm, and things are moving around. So with this front, it could be even a little bit better over the upcoming days, because they like the little cooler one. When it gets too warm, you know, who wants to do anything? They take naps.
Yeah, they're lethargic.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, Bob. Thank you so much. Some good news on the jobs front tonight. The Labor Department says unemployment declined in April to 4.4%. That's the lowest it's been in a decade. And the U.S. economy added 211,000 jobs last month. That's more than double the number of jobs added in March. Wages also grew 2.5% compared to the same time last year.
Entertainment news is next.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill, I'm creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Longtime Hollywood couple Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn now have adjacent stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
The couple was joined by Hawn's daughter, Kate Hudson. Among the speakers at their ceremony, Reese Witherspoon, who wore an I Love Goldie button. The couple has been together for more than 30 years.
An out-of-this-world start for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The movie rocketed to a $17 million opening night, beating out early showings of the first film. The first Guardians film was a surprise blockbuster, transforming a little-known band of Marvel's superheroes into household names. That first one earned $11 million on its opening night.
For fans of the holiday classic A Christmas Story, Christmas came a little bit early this year. The Cleveland house from the film is now offering overnight stays. Guests stay on the 3rd floor in either a queen bed or a queen sleeper. Even Ralphie and Randy's own twin beds, you can stay there too. Guests get full run of the house from an hour after closing until morning. Rates start at $495 a night and shoot up to $1,900 during the holidays. Do you know where you could stay for $1,900? Like a really nice resort in, you know, Bora Bora or something. I mean,
instead of winter in Cleveland?
Instead of Cleveland, I mean, you know, no offense to Cleveland, but this house that's, I mean,
some people love that movie, though.
Yeah, don't tell your kids about that because then
Yeah.
you'll be paying $1,900. We'll be right back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.